Welcome to my ETEC 5303, Learning with Computers in K-12 Classrooms. Throughout this course, I learned 4 different methods of integrating technology into the classroom. I learned about instructional software, productivity software, technology integration, and tool-based software. Throughout this course, I learned how technology can be used to support a K-12 classroom environment, in addition, an adult education environment, and higher education environment. I learned about learning theories and technologies that we explored, and we created projects that we developed that utilize these technologies and these current learning theories in a K-12 classroom setting. We learned how to identify, evaluate, and then effectively use these technologies in support of a classroom environment. This course is offered through the Educational Technology Department at the University of Arkansas, and it is located within the College of Education and Health Professions. Throughout this course, we learned how to create a project. And basically, we created several projects, and then we created one website to house all those projects. And we had to learn how to adhere them to the AECT standards. We had to create a personal technology vision statement, list about ourselves, about our technology interests and our academic interests, and just a few of our personal interests. In addition, we had to create a place to host all the resources that we use throughout the course, all of the research and all of the technologies that we researched and utilized throughout the course. And I chose Delicious Social Media Bookmarking website because it allows me to store all of the resources that I found and list them by tagging as exactly what I truly wanted. For example, if I wanted technology, social media technologies in classrooms, I could create under Delicious with a tag for that. This website allowed me to host all of the websites that I utilized throughout the classroom. In addition, we learned about instructional software. We chose 5 different instructional softwares, and then we had to research them, learn how to utilize them, and create a resource that teachers could come to our website, view it, and learn how to utilize these technologies in their classroom too. For example, I chose drill and practice, instructional games, problem solving, tutorials, and simulation. To complete this assignment, we had to utilize some technologies that were outside of a website. For example, for the instructional games, I utilized blogspot.com, which is a blog. It is a free blog, and I utilized it to show instructors and educators how they can use a blog within education. We learned the definition of the instructional software. We learned how to create a relative advantage chart. And then we learned how to utilize these relative advantages within our assignments. We learned what is the purpose of this assignment. What is the purpose of this software? So we learned how to complete these tasks, in addition to what type of potential uses are there out there for an educator. What type of content areas is this software suitable for? And what type of example have we displayed so that a teacher can identify with the software that we are indicating? The next thing I also utilized was in the problem solving. I utilized a wiki. Now, in the tutorials and simulation and the drill and practice, I utilized the website. But for problem solving, I wanted to show an instructor how he or she can utilize a wiki such as Wikispaces. Wikispaces is a wonderful educational tool that a professor or, K through 12 teacher, an adult education instructor, community college instructor, this is a great tool to use for your classroom because you can list your pages right here on the right hand side of the navigational panel. So you can see I have home, I have a brief introduction, a problem solving description, the resources, and then I list additional resources. The instructional software was very fun for me because I felt that it wasn't an assignment that I had to complete because it was something that I'm told to learn. I felt that it was something for me to play with. It was, a technology for me to learn how to use, something that I can utilize on a daily basis. It's not something that I can just learn one time and then not need again. This is something I can continually use. The next is productivity software. And throughout the productivity software, we created more multimedia presentations. So we have assistive technologies, internet tools, internet safety, and social networking. The social networking was very fun for me because we learned how to utilize social networking in education. For example, I have a Facebook page that teaches instructors how to utilize educational technology and instructional design technologies in their classroom. Also listed different social medias that can be used in technology. I listed the advantage and the disadvantages of using social media in education, the social networking contenders such as Facebook, Twitter, Ning, Flickr, YouTube, MySpace, Tumblr, and Pinterest. I also included the benefits that educators can learn from social media and social networking. I listed several examples such as Mrs. Spearman's World History class. This is just an example that I created to teach students and to teach educators how a Facebook page can be used in a history course. This is an example of an actual real live Facebook page that a teacher named Mrs. Page is using to communicate with her third grade class and their parents. In addition, Facebook has a Facebook page that teaches educators how Facebook can be used in education for educators, and YouTube has a YouTube account for teachers, educators to learn how to use YouTube in education. In addition, you can upload videos that are educational for the purpose of educating your students. The next thing that I learned was internet safety. I learned how to create policies and create technology plans and have those in place to hinder cyber bullies from bullying the other children and the adults and the teens. We learned about internet tools. What type of tools can we use based upon the internet usage? For example, we learned about course management systems, and we learned about the introduction of them, how they're used. We learned the definition of the different course management systems. We learned relative advantage. In addition, we learned about several different course management systems. We learned how they're used. We learned if it was free or if it was for a fee. And in addition, we learned how educators are using these free and fee course management systems within education. That was very interesting. I really appreciated learning about course management systems. In addition, we learned about assistive technologies. which are instructing educators about assistive technologies used in education to show them how technology is integrated into a special needs classroom. So I learned about the the Individuals with Disability Education Act. I learned how it is important when you are creating a video to ensure that you have a caption. For example, this video, Americans with Disability Act, it has a caption, and it just helps someone that if they are hearing impaired, they're able to read the letters on the screen. So I ensured that I had some videos to create a visual and audio presentation. In addition, we learned about technology integration. Throughout technology integration, we learned how to integrate technology into 4 different content areas. I chose art, ELL, English language learners, language arts, and social studies. And for example, I'm going to show you the art technology integration. And what we did is we learned how to integrate technology throughout a few different uses, such as internet integration opportunities. We had to locate a problem or research a problem. For example, teachers lack large storage space to store art examples for teaching history in their classrooms. They do not have a large closet or a storage space in their classrooms. They need a way to store thousands of images without filling their file cabinets or closets. Then we had to select an integration strategy and a relative advantage. The next thing we had to do was create an expected outcome, and then list resources the educator could use in their classroom. The next thing we learned is how to integrate tool-based software. Again, we had to research a problem, create an integration strategy, a relative advantage, an expected outcome, and list resources the educator could use in their classroom. And then we had to learn how to use instructional softwares that were available. We had to determine a problem, create and develop an instructional strategy, a relative advantage, create expected outcomes, and then list resources that the educator could use that was right there and available. Last, we had productivity software available. Again, we developed a problem, found an integration strategy, we found the relative advantage, expected outcome, and the resources. Finally, we have tool-based software. In the tool-based software, we learned 2 different things. How to create a lesson plan with a tool-based software such as spreadsheets or databases, and how funding is selected for technology. To complete the technology funding project, we had to create a handout, and I used Microsoft Publisher 2007 to create a technology funding handout for technology funding ideas for Oklahoma educators. And it just lists private and public foundations and state and federal funding for Oklahoma educators to learn how technology is funded within their state. In addition, in the tool-based software, we learn how to create a lesson plan that if we are not available to teach it, and substitute teacher can just walk up, read it, teach it, execute it with no problems. In addition to this lesson plan, I had a lot of fun because we integrated technology using worksheets, lecture presentations. I used SlideShare for my presentation, homework assignments where I utilized Microsoft Word and uploaded it to the Scribd website. And thank you for allowing this journey with me with the Learning with Computers in the K through 12 classes. Thank you.